All right, guys, so now what we're going to do is start to get into accounts, okay? We want users on the front end to be able to register, to be able to log in, and we're going to have a little simple dashboard. We want this functionality, not so much just so they can see their inquiries, but just to have the functionality in case you want to add something else later where it's, you have to log in to do something. So most applications that you're going to build are going to have front website facing user accounts. Okay, so I did want to throw that into this course. I didn't want to just make it, only the admins had login privileges, because I think that it wouldn't give you a full view of Django. All right, and I know that I mean I can't cover everything in this project or in this course, but I'm trying to cover all the core fundamentals, things that you're going to be doing a lot. And obviously authentication is one of those things. So I think that the first thing we need to do here is create a separate app, okay? And what I mean by app is like the listings, realtors, pages. These are all apps within Django. So we're going to create an accounts app. Okay, so let's go to our terminal down here. I have my server running in the other one, so that's still running there. And what's that? Actually, what's that error right there? Oh, that's just for the jQuery loading GIF I don't have. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and create a new app. And if you guys remember, we do that by doing Python. I know we haven't done anything in the terminal for a while. So manage.py. And we're going to do start app. Okay, whenever you want to create a new application, start app. And this is going to be called accounts. Okay, so let's go ahead and run that. And now over on the side, you see we have accounts, and we have all the default files here. Now, Django already has a user system in place, so we don't have to create an accounts or user model. We don't have to do any of that stuff. We're just going to use the user table that is already in place. So if we go to pgadmin, and I guess I'll just leave this open here, and you can see that there is a auth user table, and it's probably not going to let me see it. I'm going to have to reload. I'm probably going to have to re-log in because it's been quite a while. Oh, no. Okay, so I'm going to navigate. Yep, I do have to log in. If you let it go so long without touching it, you'll have to log in again. So we want to go to our database, and let's just check out tables, and we want to look at auth user. Extend that. If we look at the columns, you can see all the different columns. So username, first name, last name, email. Is staff is what is going to allow them to log into the back end or not. There's a super user. They have the last login, the date joined, if the user's active, all that stuff. And if we were to look at the data, excuse me, where is it? View data, all rows. We just have our one user who is the admin. Okay, so it's a super user, and staff you can see is true. So obviously when a user creates an account in the front end, we don't want them to be staff. We don't want them to be able to log into the back end. All right, so I think the first step here is to actually have a route or a couple routes for register and login, so we can at least load those templates. Okay, so we're gonna have to create those templates. So let's go to templates, and I'm going to close all these or minimize these. And in templates, we're going to have a folder called accounts. And inside accounts, we're going to have a couple files, login HTML. Okay, we're going to do register.html. And then we're going to have a dashboard. That's also part of accounts. So let's create dashboard.html. All right, so at least we have our templates. Let's just put an H1 in here for now. So this is dash. Okay, H1. This is register and login. Okay, so we have our templates. Now let's go ahead and set up our routes. So remember, when we create a new app, it doesn't automatically come with a urls.py file, and that's what we need. So we're going to create that in here. So urls.py. And before I do this, before I forget, we need to go to our settings. So it's going to be in the BTRE and then settings.py. And we just want to add our app. So I'm going to go right below the Realtors app. I'm just going to copy this down. And this is going to be accounts config. And this is going to be accounts. Okay, that's something I always forget to do when I create a new app. All right, so urls.py. Let's actually copy from one of the other ones. So we'll grab listings, urls.py, urls.py, and let's paste that in here. So we're going to need 4 different URLs. Okay, so first one is going to be login. It's going to go to views.login. That will be the method name or the function name, and the name will be login. Next is going to be register. Okay, that's going to go to register. Name will be register. All right, and then let's see. We also want a log out. Okay, so log out. That'll call method log out. Log out, and then let's copy this down one more. This is going to be for the dashboard. Spell that right. Okay, so method views.dashboard path dashboard. All right. Now we're going to get these errors here because we don't have the methods inside the view. So let's open up in the accounts folder. We want the views.py. Okay, so it's going to look like this by default, and we want to add all of our methods. Or I should say views. They're view methods. So let's do register. I'm going to say define register, and this takes in a request. Okay, so for this, what I want to do is render a template. So I'm going to do render or return render. And we want to pass in here, first of all, the request. Second is going to be the template, which is going to be in the accounts folder, and then register.html. Okay, so that's that. Let's actually just copy this because we need 3 more functions here. Or views, view methods. This one's going to be login, so we'll change that to login. We'll change the template that I want to load to login. So this is going to be login.html. This next one is going to be the log out. Now log out isn't going to render a template. We're going to put some functionality here to log the user out, but ultimately at the end what I want it to do is redirect. So I'm going to say return redirect, and let's put in here, let's say we want to redirect to index. All right, now to use redirect we have to bring it in, and it comes in just like render does from the Django shortcuts. So we just want to make sure we bring that in. All right, whoops. So last one here is going to be the dashboard method, and that's just going to simply render the dashboard, and there we go. Let's save. Okay, let's go to urls.py, and we just want to resave this, and now we have no errors. Good. So let's try out the routes. So if we go and reload, these are still going to register.html, login.html, so those aren't going to work yet. We're going to fix that, but let's manually go to accounts/register. Okay, so we're getting page not found. Let's try login. That's not working either. Let's see, using the we didn't bring it into the main urls.py, so we need to go to BTRE urls.py, and we need to add it here just like we did with listings and the pages. So we're going to say accounts slash, so anything that is accounts slash, we're going to include the accounts URLs like that. Okay, so now that should work. Let's reload. There we go. So now we have accounts login, register, Okay, so now let's actually let's make the navigation go to the correct places. So we want these links. So those are in the nav bar partial. So in the templates, we want to go into partials and underscore navbar HTML. Go down to register. Okay, so obviously we don't want this. We want URL, register, and for login, let's do this, URL, login. Okay, so let's try that out. So let's reload and click register. That works. Good. Login. That works. Now, once we're actually logged in, we're going to change this. We don't want to see the register and login if we're logged in. That doesn't make any sense. So what we're going to do is have conditionals that it's going to display a link to the dashboard. We'll actually have it say welcome and then our username. Have a link to the dashboard and also have a link to log out. Okay, but we'll do that later. Before I end the video, what I want to do is just go back to the template and just have the functionality where the links are highlighted if we're on those pages. Obviously, we're not going to see that yet because we don't have the layout, but we'll just add the ifs just like we did up here. So I'm just going to copy this like we did for the listing, and we want to go to the li that's wrapping the register link here and just basically just get rid of this class. And right after the I here, I'm going to just enter to go on the next line. And in here is where we're going to put the conditional. Okay, let's push these over. And all we want to do is change this to register. So if register in request path, then it'll have the active class. All right, we'll do the same thing down here for login. So we'll get rid of this. We'll go right here, paste that in. Let's push these over, and this is going to be if login. Okay, we can't test it yet because we don't have the template, we don't have the layout, but we'll do that in the next video. All right, so I'll see you then.